Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ahmed Nashir from English Out. Today, kind of privilege for me to have my co-host in the talk today, Mr. Osman. Mr. Osman.
Hey, how are you?
It's been a while, Mr. Osman. We didn't talk to each other.
Yeah, it's been a while actually.
So this episode will be dedicated for books. Can you give us illustration about books and why we should read books? Personal experience.
Well, I think books are really very important in our lives because it changes your life to the better, if not to the worse. I remember I've read a lot of books in my life, such as Ishmael by Daniel Quentin, and also I read a book called Men from Mars and Women from Venus. This actually talks about the differences between genders. Like sometimes, as you want to engage in a relationship, you're going to look for the differences. A lot of people are mistakenly they want that partner to be changed in a while. I think that's not going to happen. For that, I think reading books actually will give you the personal, change and personal experiences throughout one's life. So I think reading books is very significant.
All right.
Yeah.
A question arises here. Like most of people say, like I'm not a readable person. I cannot read because for example, I'm a vegetarian person. I love listening more than reading, and I, for example, get dizzy when I listen. It causes me a lot of irritation when I'm starting. How can I start fix this problem by some trips?
So if you're auditorial reading, I mean, you can. What you're gonna do is like there are some audiobooks, like for the same books. Why not to listen to those books?
All right.
For example, there's a book I remember called "The Audacity of Hope" by Barack Hussein Obama, the ex-U.S. president. You can just download the audiobook, and then try to listen, especially at bedtime or during the cooking or while you're jogging.
In a downtime, as we call it.
Yeah, downtime. So I think that really helps a lot.
Like in a comparison, can the, for example, editorial experience will be similar to the reading physical books or PDF?
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not gonna be the same. Though having a book, I think, is very, very important. Why? Because sometimes while you're reading, you might really encounter to boredom. So you're gonna stop on that page. Unlike the audio, sometimes when you're listening to a certain chapter, so when you pass that chapter, I think it's very hard to rewind it. It's gonna take a while. Maybe you're not gonna really find the spot where you stop.
Or where you post
Yeah,
it.
exactly. So it's better off to read a book and to be a bookworm, book like a friend. So you can just curl up wherever either that you want to, or however or whenever. So I think books are hard paper. It's very, very important.
I mean, what the word that you've said, it's a kind of like indicates some kind of level of intensity for reading. For example, you say a bookworm, that person who reads a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, to what extent or kind degree that I can reach a level that the book could be like my friend? What do you think about this?
They say nurture the nature. And they say nurture the nature, and also they said that once you have an experience, you gotta make it your second belt. Practice makes perfect.
Uh-huh.
Once you try something a lot, again and again, I think by the time it will be like a second nature. And also, once you teach your subconscious brain, repetition is the mother of invention. So I feel when you repeat a lot, so your subconscious brain will be able to get used to that one. So I believe it's the only way out.
So it's all about practicing. The more you
Yes.
practice, the more you get engaged to the books.
Definitely, practice is the mother nature. It's very important.
Let me flip the side. The coin side is PDF versus hard copy.
Well, I think if you have it as a PDF, you need to have like Kindle, you know that, right? So probably that better because some people, especially the new generation, are really into like electronic stuff. So I feel PDF is okay, it's good, but it's not gonna be like on the contrary the hard copy. So hard copy is really definitely absolutely perfect. So I highly recommend hard copy.
Okay. I mean, at this point, by the way, Kindle is very important for the one who is engaged with the technology.
Yeah.
It uses a special ink in the screen that allows you to read while feeling comfortable. Even at night, you can read without frustrating your eyes with this kind of light. So it dims the light to the point that you can read comfortably without any problem. I mean, let me finish up my talk or sum it up. For a person, a totally startup, for wanting to get this habit? As we know that everything could be built as a habit. What is your suggestions for books and how could I start from beginning?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't have any like special set or test. Let me say, but like you can start with the easy one. Like there are some readers for. I remember when I was a kid, my father used to would bring me those kind of books like Readers for Africa, and there are some children novels also. I think they're very good, and also there are books for like Goosebump is actually a series, like American series for books. I think it has this kind of pictures and drawings, so I think that would be good
Is it
for
good for
people.
beginners?
Yeah, for beginners, I think it's very good. Why? And also it's very revealing, like when you see the books and the character and stuff like that.
So
So
it tries.
yeah, it helps a lot. It portrays this kind of intellect, so you will be very intellectual. So I highly recommend those books. Also, you can try novels like Ishmael, by Daniel Quent. There's a book, it's a very nice book called the subtle art of giving no care. So I don't want to say that word, but I think it's very, very important to start books.
That is
Yeah,
very
because
famous.
books are really important. Why? Because it helps people to improve their spelling. A lot of people are having, difficulty when it comes to spelling, so books really help them a lot.
Very good.
Yeah.
So, like, this will be part one for the book discoveries and book reviews. As well, you can find us on Facebook and any podcast you can listen to it. This is called, what is our program called?
Is
Tea break.
Yeah, tea
The
break.
tea break. If you search for it, tea break, you'll find it. This is Mr. Ahmed and with Mr. Osman.
Osman.
And see you in the next part. See ya.
Great,
Shout out.
yeah, great for having me. Thank you.
Assalamu
Bye
alaikum.
bye.